Hello and welcome back to DIY Diecast. Got another fantastic unboxing video for you. Today we are unboxing vintage NASCAR in the 1/64 scale. And when I say vintage NASCAR, what I mean is that the racing diecast vehicles in these packages are vintage models. We got a Superbird here, for example. Not that necessarily these were released 30 years ago. Not that kind of vintage, but it's the cars inside that are vintage. See? 55 Chevy. G-Body Pontiac Grand Prix. Ford Thunderbolt. You get the idea. So, I'm going to unbox and open all of these. And I think even if you're not a NASCAR fan, you're really going to enjoy this videos if you just happen to like cars. Because these are very classic vintage cars of great quality in these packages. I'm going to admit that I'm not a NASCAR fan myself, but every time I find this vintage NASCAR, I always buy it up because I absolutely love the vintage cars that are inside. And I think that you will too. So I'm going to put you on pause and get you right up front and center for the action as we open these up, spin them around, talk about them. So hang tight. Alright, we got you right up front and center now. So as you can see, particularly in this package, we have this beautiful vintage Laguna model car in here, and it is just amazing or whatnot. And you know, I should warn you, if you're squeamish about opening limited edition diecast, this may not be the video for you, because many of these that we're going to unbox are limited edition or whatnot. And I don't know. The thing I want to say about that is, if you believe that your diecast is worth millions and millions of dollars because it's limited edition, I hope it's not your only retirement investment vehicle. I hope that you are certainly still investing in your 401ks, because if you believe that, there will come a day when you'll, I don't know, I think you'll find out for yourself. But anyhow, I'm not going to have any problems unboxing these. And another thing I want to talk about too is, I did mention that I'm not a NASCAR fan, but here I have all this NASCAR diecast in front of me. I used to be a NASCAR fan. And I used to sit down on Sundays and watch a whole 3-hour race. Used to be a big Sterling Marlin fan, as a matter of fact. Had the Sterling Marlin leather jacket and everything. And I really, really enjoyed NASCAR is what I'm saying. But I'm a simple guy too. And somewhere along the line, they lost me. And I think it's when the first driver across the finish line wasn't necessarily the winner anymore. Now, to find out who the winner of the race or the championship was, you got to get a calculator out and do all this math about points and who led so many laps and all this and that. And I'm like, okay, you know, you lost me now. But I still love the old vintage NASCAR diecast. And the good thing about, you know, NASCAR diecast, I know a lot of people have given up on collecting it, that collected it early in the years, because it just went down in value so much, even despite a lot of it being limited edition, is that now's the perfect time to buy it. I mean, some of these, take for example here, this Dale Earnhardt car here, there was a time when this guy would have went for $50. Now, you can get these for about less than $5 a piece now, and they're just as limited edition as you want them to be. And that's just how it goes with diecast. But yeah, it's a good time to buy, and I pick up these vintage NASCAR ones every time that I find them, because they are so cheap and such great quality vehicles to collect. Alright, so enough of that. I'll put this one down, and we'll just start to get right down into it. We'll deal with these little boxed ones here first. Alright, and it is the number 26 Curtis Turner Ed Martin Ford car. This was released by Racing Collectibles, Inc. No, not Racing Champions, but Racing Collectibles, Inc. And I'll get this out of the package, and we'll see the amazing details on what appears to be this, doesn't say, but it looks like either a Ford Thunderbolt or a Ford Fairlane 500. We'll get it out and take a closer look. And there it is, been in the package since 1991. This beautiful 1963 Ford has excellent, excellent details. And don't forget, even if you're not a NASCAR fan and you pick this stuff up, you can make some great, I mean, you can paint these and make some great vehicles out of them, the quality that they are, and make them whatever you want them to be. You can make a lowrider out of this car. You could do all kinds of great stuff. But here it is, and it's got great front and rear bumper details. We're not seeing a lot of headlights and taillights detailed in these because they were NASCARs, and that stuff wouldn't have been necessary. Got the awesome exhaust coming out the in front of the back wheel there, and yep, that's got real rubber tires on it. How about that? Very authentic looking NASCAR rims, and just a great quality piece in general from Racing Collectibles. Next up, it's another Racing Collectibles, and we got an error here, guys. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Don't open that. It's worth $1 million. They put the car in upside down in this package, but it is also from Racing Collectibles, and it's another 63 Ford. We'll get this out and take a look at this variation. There we are. Also been in the package since 2001. We got the 1963 Ford with 410 horsepower. Check that out. And it's number 57. Driver Dick May from McClure Motors. Got the white wheel variation on this one, and the details are much the same as that last one we looked at. Just really good quality in general from Racing Club of America. Alright, and up next, it's another Ford. Looks to be about a 1963 also, maybe a 62 Ford, and this one appears to be a Galaxy to me. Doesn't say, but I believe that is a Ford Galaxy in there. It is very similar to the last two that we opened. This is Elmo Langley, and it's they're calling it the Ford Fastbacks Collector Series from Racing Champions. And the release year on this one, this package looks quite old, 1992. So been in the package a long time. Let's get it out and take a look. Alright, and there it is. Same as the last one, 410 horsepower. Could you just imagine 410 horsepower back in the 1960s? That had to be just insane. And got a yellow, very authentic, steely wheel variation on this car there. Very, very nice. And actual, nope, those are hard plastic tires. So Racing Club of America gave us the rubber tires, and Racing Champions just gave us the hard plastic ones, but that's alright. Still some very great detail on this car, and very, very happy to have it in my collection. Alright, let's see what's next. Alright, how about let's open this Richard Petty, I'd say early to mid 1980s Pontiac Grand Prix. Boy, look at that picture of Richard Petty. Have you ever seen him without his cowboy hat? I don't think I ever have either. Whenever you seen Richard Petty, he always had a cowboy hat on, it seemed like. Well, unless he was racing, then I'm sure he had his racing helmet on. But hey, yeah, right there it is, 1997. That's definitely a Pontiac Grand Prix casting. We'll get it open and take a closer look at the details. Would also like to point out that this Petty car we're getting ready to take a look at is one of 19,043. So fairly limited edition, one of 20,000 there, I guess. Alright, there it is. If you like G-bodies, why wouldn't you pick that up if it was like $1 or so at the yard sale or the flea market? I mean, get all them G-bodies you can. And those details are pretty good. How many Pontiac Grand Prix in the 1987 castings do you see out there? I mean, this is an amazing opportunity for you to pick these up. And you could certainly paint this car and do a wheel swap on it and just have an amazing G-body Pontiac Grand Prix. But down to the hood pins, very well detailed version of arguably the king of NASCAR, one of them, Richard Petty, in the 1987 Pontiac Grand Prix with hard plastic tires on it. Yep. All right, next up, it is Bobby Isaac, Racing Collectibles, Dodge Daytona. Oh, but I don't like NASCAR diecast. Do you now? That's a Daytona in there. Amazing. Number 71, K&K Insurance. Bobby Isaac, the driver. Again, Racing Champions, released in 1992. All right, it's got the very accurate NASCAR style steely rims on it. Got that fantastically way out there pointy nose, just like the real one would have had, and that over exaggerated spoiler on the back, and was supposed to be something that was just an amazing breakthrough in technology for diecast racing, NASCAR racing, back in the 70s. We don't have 410 horsepower like on those Fords, but Mopar guys, I guess you can brag, because this one says 426 cubic inches, and well, I guess that wouldn't be the same as horsepower, so I don't know. They maybe we should send them down a racetrack together, one of them Hot Wheels racetracks, and see who's fastest. That sounds like fun. Great details, great decals, and a awesome car in general. All right, while we're on them Daytonas, let's do another one. This is the number 7 Plymouth Ramos, from Ramo Stott, the driver. Also a Racing Champions collectible, and it is from 1991. And they got that old picture of Richard Petty on the back there. Huh. Just amazing. Not sure why they'd have Richard Petty on the back of a Ramo Stott car, but huh. All right, let's get it out and look at it. All right, here it is. Boy, no, right off the bat, the first thing I notice is this is the first car out of the several that we've opened. That's a very flat paint job. Boy, it just feels chalky in my hands compared to the other ones that were very glossy. I don't know if they just forgot to put the clear coat on it, or if it was supposed to be that way, but very dull car. Still looks very great. They got all the decals on it, looking great. 426 cubic inch engine in there. Again, got that super high raised wing in the back, that super long front end, and the details are just pretty good. Classic NASCAR steely wheel variation on there in the white, and got hard plastic tires, unfortunately, on that one too. How are the details on the bottom? Got some exhaust and a drive shaft. That's about it. Very cool. All right, next up, it is the Winner's Circle from the Lifetime series, Dale Earnhardt Lifetime series, 1956 pink Ford Victoria, and it is number K2, Dayvalt's Tune-Up and Brake Service sponsor on the side, and very interesting looking car. Let's get it out and explore closer the details. All right, pink 55 Crown Victoria, number K2, one of Dale Earnhardt's early race cars. Got the white letter Goodyear tires on it with the authentic black steely race car rims. Not a lot of headlight detail or anything like that, but again, we're going to let them off the hook. These are just NASCAR race cars. They wouldn't need any of that stuff on the track, and I had a pretty good job on that Victoria. It's going to look great in the collection. Boy, immediately I can't help but think, as I'm looking at this car or whatnot, what it would have been like to race a 56 Crown Victoria. I mean, no power steering, no power brakes, got all the weight of this car shoving itself around in the corners. I mean, you just had to be tough to race one of these things around a track. Amazing how far that we've came. All right. Next up, 1975 Dodge Charger. Again from the Dale Earnhardt Lifetime Series. And this was released in 1997. And it says it's a bonus car. High performance diecast collectibles in the 1/64th scale. All right. On the side, we got the number 8. It is a Dale Earnhardt early race car. 10,000 RPM speed equipment sponsor on the side quarter panel there. And let's get it open and check out the fantastic details of this Charger. All right, here we go. 1975 Dodge Charger. You know, just an amazingly very large car, very beautiful car. I used to own many years ago a 1971 Charger. I traded a go-kart for it, as a matter of fact, so that may give you some indication of what condition it was in. Nonetheless, I did drive it around, but it was kind of one of those Joe Dirt situations. Had very little interior in it, as I recall. But anyhow, look at the great color scheme on this amazing 75 Dodge Charger. The details are very good. White letter Goodyear Racing radials, and, well, not radials, but, you know, slicks. And very accurate black, period correct, steely NASCAR rims. Got the little window net in there, and the lines down the windshield, everything. And just a great quality NASCAR there from Racing Champions. Alright, so I need to correct myself. That last Charger we looked at, that was from Winner's Circle, not Racing Champions. And that's quite interesting, because the next one we're getting ready to open up, does it look familiar? Look at that. And this one is from Action Racing. So we got the Winner's Circle and the Action. Wonder if they could have been in cahoots with each other. I don't know. Let's get it out and see on this very limited edition Dale Earnhardt 75 Charger. Alright, so I will tell you immediately there is something different about this car from the Winner's Circle version, in that this thing is noticeably heavy. Boy, when I got this thing, because I picked up the other one and kind of was like, I mean, this thing for some reason is so much heavier. I don't know if they used lead in the casting with the metal or what the reason is, but because they look so similar. But man, this thing is heavy. Also, it does have a black window net in the side there versus the white one on the Winner's Circle. If you look at the front, it does have a blacked out grille versus the Winner's Circle, which does not. It has the chrome, all solid chrome grille in it. Everything else is very close. The decals are so close. One other difference I do notice around the back window, the Action has a black trim around the rear window, and the Winner's Circle does not. So, a couple of very minor differences there. Oh, that's why it's so much heavier. The Winner's Circle has a plastic base, and the Action has a metal base. That's why this car was so much noticeably heavier. But pretty much the same car, great details, and a great metal base. Although they did give us, oh no! Okay, well that's a huge difference, okay. So another big difference, the Action car had real rubber tires on it. Very nice. Yep. Alright, are you tired of looking at NASCARs? Well, let's look at a NAS truck. This one is from the Hot Wheels Racing Recreational Series. It's Terry Labonte in the number 5 livery, Kellogg's, and it appears to be, you know, late 60s, very early 70s, Chevy C10, stepside short bed. Very fantastic casting. I have this in many different variations. And so let's get this out and check out the racing version. Okay, real quick before I open this, I noticed something or whatnot. I couldn't help but notice, but if you didn't know, now you know, and now you're getting ready to be thoroughly confused. But this is Hot Wheels, and that vehicle is pointing towards the left-hand direction in this package. And Hot Wheels collectors know that Hot Wheels always face to the right, and then your Matchbox always face to the left. So maybe on their premium models or whatever, but little fun fact there for you, Hot Wheels should always face to the right and Matchbox to the left. So to see this Hot Wheels facing to the left, it kind of threw me off there for a second. Huh. Alright, a beautiful glossy paint job. Got the number 5, and they're great. It's Tony the Tiger on the hood. That's fun. All the great decals. Ah, look at that. We even have Toucan Sam on the cab corner there. Very, very nice. Terry Labonte, recreational series. Maybe this would have been a car he had in his collection that was fun to drive, and they were kind of having some fun with that, making a premium out of it. But yep, just your basic mainline tampoed up Chevy C10. Very nice. Alright, we're down to only 4, so don't you go nowhere. It's a wonderful, wonderful one here. Dale Earnhardt. Again, just absolutely enjoy being able to pick up any of the classic Dale Earnhardt vintage NASCAR items. This one is a 1976 Chevy Malibu. Now, how many 1976 Chevy Malibu castings do you see out there? Not a lot. You just about have to pick them up in the old vintage NASCAR stuff if you want to have that casting of car. And so we'll get this limited edition 76 Malibu open up. Take a look at the details. There it is. What a great car. Boy, how I wish that Hot Wheels or Matchbox would make a mainline 76 Chevy Malibu. What a fantastic car. What a fantastic casting. Got all the usual NASCAR details on it. Down to those black stock car steely rims and white letter Goodyear tires. It's number 77. High Gain is the sponsor. And a beautiful red, white, and blue paint scheme. And remember, again, I hate to just keep repeating it, but if you're not a NASCAR fan, you could very, very well strip the paint down off of that, paint it up, do a wheel swap on it, and you're one of the few people with a regular 1976 Chevy Malibu casting in their collection. Very, very nicely detailed. And that one is from Action as well. Alright, while we're opening up Malibus, there's one more here to deal with. This is also a Dale Earnhardt 1976 Chevy Malibu, limited edition, number 30. Army is the Army is the sponsor on this one, and it's a great orange paint job on there, surprisingly, and not a military green. Let's get it open and check out the details on this one. Alright, well, this is certainly my favorite of the two. I just absolutely love and prefer that gloss orange paint job. All the usual NASCAR details. They even did some kind of headlight coloring in there. They did them at least silver. Didn't have to. It was a race car, so that's nice. Got the all the usual racing details. Got the louvers there painted in, looking very good. Differentiated bumper from the body with different separate colors there. Very, very nice. And a metal base too. Really like those Action race cars. Very heavy, high quality with the metal base, and another very rare casting, that 76 Chevy Malibu. Alright, now we are down to just 2, and this is a Racing Champions stock rods. And if you go back in my content, if you missed it, I have a video just on stock rods. Somehow I missed these when I was doing that video, so I included them in this one. It is the G-body, appears to be the Buick Regal. Yep. And boy, that is a very shiny gold. 87 Buick Grand National. Okay, I stand corrected. 87 Buick Grand National. And look at this, guys. Boy, spider webs. Found that one in a box in the basement. Boy, okay. One limited edition, one of 9,999. Okay, so that's less than 10,000. Okay, hey, I'm gonna open it anyway. I guarantee if you go on eBay or anywhere else, you can still pick this up for $5. Don't worry, everybody. I'm not destroying a museum quality diecast collectible here for sure. And there it is, one of only 9,999 I hold in my hand. Number 33, Ken Schrader, Daco and APR sponsored. Got an opening hood there. Boy, that is super rare for NASCAR collectibles. And I mean, everything is gold on this car. That engine is gold. The inner fender wells are gold. The wheels are gold. And we got rubber tires. Very, very nice. The stock rods generally did come with rubber tires. And they're very shiny, well-detailed 80s G-body Grand National. Alright, and then there's only one more left. And there it is. Very similar. It's the same car we just looked at, only in the green and white variation. Everything is basically the same, even down to being the same number of limited edition, one of 9,999 by Racing Champions, released in 1999. So been in the package a long time. Let's just get it out and look at the details. Alright, there it is, and yep, basically the same identical car as one we just looked at, but it has a fantastic green and white two-tone variation paint job. And one thing I just noticed on this car I didn't notice on the other, but it has them also, is they put separate side mirrors, rear view mirrors on this thing. So very, very good, and they really stand out. Boy, they're an add-on. They're not molded part of that body. Those are glued on there, and what a fantastic detail. The engine detailed in chrome, the open and closing hood, and the real rubber tires. And even painted in tail lights. How about that? And headlights. Very good detail, Racing Champions. Alright, that's going to conclude my vintage NASCAR unboxing video. These are all the fantastic cars that we open. I certainly hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and subscribe. I got a lot of great unboxing videos, and if you go back into my content, you'll find where we do all kinds of customizations and wheel swaps on this channel. And when you subscribe, it's absolutely free, and you're notified when my next video drops. Until next time, catch you later.